and welcome to SharePoint Academy. My name is Saeed Hassan. I have worked in the information technology industry for the last 20 years, where I have mainly been focusing on Microsoft SharePoint. I have worked on all major versions of SharePoint from 2003 to 2019 and SharePoint Online, which is a part of an Office 365. I will be working with you throughout this SharePoint training course.
The goal of this course is not only to learn SharePoint, but to understand and implement this tool into real business environment. Technology is a tool, not a solution. So we will use this tool to create solutions for the real business community. During this training, I will avoid using any ABC or XYZ type examples. Instead, we will develop a real help desk ticketing and tracking application for the IT department. We will create a resource reservation system for employees to reserve resources such as meeting rooms, projectors, laptops with special software, and more. Our onboarding and offboarding system for human resources will be a big help for HR. We will develop a Kanban board which helps project managers and team members to view the status of the tasks on one screen. So during this training, we will do training that directly helps you in the real business community. Moreover, I will be working with you as a team member rather than just an instructor because I myself am a team oriented person and love working within a team. Before starting our training, I would like to express my thoughts and prayers for those who are suffering from coronavirus pandemic. I pray for good health and speedy recovery to the victims of coronavirus. I also salute the doctors, nurses, paramedical staff, and essential workers who are the real heroes of this global pandemic. And I'm sure that we will find the light at the end of the tunnel. These days, most of us are in lockdown, living in an isolated environment, or working from home. For some people, this is an opportunity to learn new things as we have some extra downtime. Whether you are in Washington, D.C. or San Francisco, you are in Sydney or Johannesburg, you are in London or Istanbul, you can stay home, sit back, relax, and learn SharePoint for free. Due to this COVID 19 pandemic, I have made my SharePoint training free. So you can visit sharepoint.academy and start your free training today. You can also subscribe my channel SharePoint Academy on YouTube to view the most updated training videos. So why learn SharePoint? SharePoint is a product of Microsoft that is known as the industry-leading enterprise platform used by more than 78% of Fortune 500 companies. It's one of the fastest growing business unit within Microsoft. According to Microsoft, SharePoint has more than 190 million users across 200,000 customer organizations. After launching Office 365, the adoption of SharePoint has increased exponentially among the business communities around the globe. This is one of the fastest growing software in IT, which will also cause higher number of jobs. Additionally, SharePoint is also quite easy to learn thanks to Microsoft, who provides Office 365 as a stable, easy to use, inexpensive, and even sometimes free platform to learn and use SharePoint. For those who are starting SharePoint as a new career, you're probably curious about where SharePoint stands in the hierarchy of information technology. Is it hardware, software, database, web development, or cybersecurity? Well, SharePoint is a software and it comes under the branch of software engineering. Information technology is a wide field that includes many branches. I will just go over to the few main branches so that I can show you the roots of SharePoint in IT. As you can see on the screen, we can divide information technology into two main branches, hardware and software. Software has many branches, but we will only discuss few over here. Database, web development, artificial intelligence, quality assurance. Web development could be divided further into two branches, static web development, dynamic web development. SharePoint comes under the dynamic web development area. So what is SharePoint? When looking up what SharePoint is, you will probably get many different answers from the internet. Microsoft defines it as SharePoint makes websites. Let me repeat, SharePoint makes websites. What are those websites? Your office team might need a team site for collaboration. The president of your company would like to create a blog site. The marketing department needs a communication site to market new products. The training and knowledge management department may need a communication site so that they can post a new training course on the web. The human resources department may need a team site so that they can upload and share HR related forms and perform onboarding and offboarding process. SharePoint could be used as a platform for the entire office to accomplish their tasks, day-to-day operations, and goals. The main takeaway is that SharePoint is a website creating machine, but it's not cookie cutter, meaning it does not create a one size fit for all types of website creating machine. SharePoint offers a variety of templates to create from. For example, the team site template gives the ability to share documents, have a conversation with your team, keep track of events, manage tasks, and more. The communication site template offers to share information with others. You can share news, reports, team calendars, and other information in a visually compelling format. The blog site template is available for your organization to post blogs. The Record Center template in SharePoint provides a site where companies can store their records such as research work, legal cases, and financial reports. And they can store those records there for a longer or extended period. So why waste time? We are ready to set up the SharePoint environment so that we can start our first project. To begin, we must open an Office 365 account. You can create the account on your smartphone, mobile device, laptop, or desktop. You're about to get a crash course now. To open Office 365 account, search for Office 365 E3 trial version on Google or Bing. Click on the first link, Office 365 E3 Microsoft. You can also download the instructions by visiting the SharePoint Academy website. On the main page, click on the Training tab, click on SharePoint Introduction, and download the following PDF file by the name of Create Office 365 Account. Let's open my browser to start opening Office 365 account so that we can begin our SharePoint training. You can search for Office 365 E3 trial version in Google or Bing. Click the very first link, Office 365 E3 Office 365 Microsoft. Click on Free Trial. I will add my email address. Click on Setup Account, first name, last name, business phone number. Make sure this is not any toll-free or voice over IP number. Microsoft will send you the code on this number. Company name, it says Said Corporation. Company size could be 1 to 2 or 4%. Country or region is United States. Send verification code. I will wait for the verification code, and I got the text from Microsoft. I will verify. So now they're asking me to create my business identity. So Said, you can pick any name. It is not available, so I will try with number 1 at the end. It is available. I will click on next. And now I will create my user ID. I will click over here. I will click on sign up. Now it will take few moments while the system is creating an account. We are almost done. All right, this is very important information. Make sure you remember your user ID. Here in my case, it is contact at Said Corporation number 1 dot on Microsoft.com. I will click on go to setup. Now Microsoft is setting up my Office 365 environment. At this point, I will click on continue. Uh, I don't need this option, so I will click on use default domain. It's processing now. I will do this later. Same thing with the activate records. I will click on continue. Click on continue. This is the last option before the admin page. Setup is complete. I will give a great 5-star experience. I will click on go to admin center. This is known as admin page. These are all applications you have. One of them is, you can see, SharePoint. So I will click on SharePoint. SharePoint is ready for us to use. That is all we need to do. In next few moments, we will start our first project. Our first project or task order comes directly from the President of American Global Corporation. The President of the corporation decided that they want to have a website for each department. Let's review the business requirement. Company name, American Global Corporation. Product owner, President of the corporation. Task, create website for all 15 departments of the corporation. List of departments: admin, executive, human resources, information technology, finance, accounting, marketing, record center, research, policy, compliance, training, strategic communication, sales, and procurement. The first question formed should be is how long it will take to create all 15 websites. Based on my 20 years of experience, in which I have developed hundreds and thousands of websites by using a variety of web programming languages, including HTML, C Sharp, ASP.NET, PHP, CodeFusion, and many more. If I take the traditional static web development route, then one website in a day is my answer. As a result, the whole project will take at least 15 days. Whereas by using SharePoint as our web platform or our web creating machine, we can finish the same project in just 15 minutes, not in 15 days or 15 hours, but only in 15 minutes. Yes, one website in a minute, and I will show you my demo in next few moments. In the next hour or so, you yourself will be able to create a website in a minute on your own. And the best part about that is you don't have to be a web developer, which means that you don't have to type a single line of code. So SharePoint can ultimately save time, money, and efforts for the business. SharePoint is a game changer and a leading content management software or website creating machine. Let's start the demo to make the website for American Global Corporation. So this is our main site for SharePoint. I will convert or change the name of communication site to American Global Corporation. I will click on this settings, click on site information, site name, American Global Corporation, click on save, and now you can see that the site name has been changed to American Global Corporation. Let's start our project. To open the site and create 15 departments websites. So here is the list of the all departments. I will pick the administration site first. So click on site content right here. Click on new subsite. Admin. I'll paste admin. The title and description would be admin, and the URL is also admin. I will pick the second option, team site classic experience. The template selection would be English. I will keep permissions and navigation as it is. Uh, the only thing I might change is, here you go. I will click all three yes, and then click on create. SharePoint is working on it. This shouldn't be take a long time. Our first admin site is ready. Now I'll pick another one, which is executive. Same thing, site content. Click on new, click on subsite. This would be executive site. So the title and description would be executive. We don't have to type anything in the description. In the web address, I will paste executive, and this is going to be a blog site. So in the template selection, I will click on blog site. Here permissions will be as it is. Yes, navigation for all three again, and we will create this site. All right, so executive blog site is ready. Let's go back to the main site. The next is human resources. I will go to site contents. New subsite, title human resources. Here I will change to, let's say, same human resources, paste. I will select this time the team site, no Office 365 group, the first template. We will go over later on the template selection, permissions, navigation inheritance. I will go in more detail later on in this training course. But right now, uh, we will just go over on these selections quickly. All right, human resources site is ready for use. Now the fourth, sorry, is information technology. I will go to the main site, click on site content, click on subsite. Under new here, I will paste information technology. At this time, I will select project site template. I will keep yes to all navigation and navigation inheritance. I will keep the permissions as it is. Click on create. The site should be ready in next few moments. Information technology is ready. The next is finance. site contents, then click on new. Under new, click on subsite, finance paste, website address is finance, template selection. This time I will select the first team site template. Navigation would be yes. Navigation inheritance would be yes. Display this site on the top link bar would be yes. Click on create. Our finance site is ready. As you can see that I have created 5 subsites in almost 5 minutes, or even actually less than 5 minutes. Before we go further, I would like to answer one quick question that you might have, and that is, why was my initial estimate for this project 15 days without using SharePoint? And let me show you why. I'll click on admin page. Right click on any white area, or actually I will go here and I'll click F12 for the source code. Now you can see this code over here. My level of effort was depending on this code. As a web developer, it would take at least 1 day to develop a code like this. So now you would need 15 days to develop a code of 15 websites, whereas SharePoint creates this code behind the page automatically. You just saw that I created this site without writing a single line of a code. What I did was just open a form by clicking the create subsite link and send a command to SharePoint to go ahead and create a site by the name of administration or admin by selecting the communication site template or the any template or team site. SharePoint did all coding behind the page for me and created the site successfully. This is a phenomenal software in the web industry to save time, effort, and money. Let me go in a little more detail about this coding and show you how SharePoint is a game changer. Nowadays, websites are essential or a norm for every business. What is a website? A website is a group of web pages like a hard paper book. Or a website is a web page or collection of web pages on the World Wide Web that contains specific information. A paper book is a group of pages with some content or information on every page. How many pages must have in a book? Well, there is no limit. A book could have 5 pages, like a picture book, or 5,000, like a dictionary. Websites have the same concept. A website could either have a few web pages or it could have hundreds and thousands of web pages. In this good news website, there are many tabs at the top of the page, such as US, World, Politics, sports, business, health, and more. In real, every tab is connected to a web page, such as World tab is connected with the World web page behind the scene. So when a user clicks on the World tab or link, the World page opens for him. When a user clicks on Sports link, the Sports page opens for him. I have worked for a company where running 100,000 websites was quite normal under the SharePoint platform. Let's say a bank has 100,000 customers and each customer gets online access to manage their account. So in real, the bank is providing at least one website for every customer to view their account. In other words, the bank is providing 100,000 websites for 100,000 customers. Now you can think about other companies that are providing services to the public, such as cell phone companies, mortgage providers, utility suppliers, and internet providers. They all encourage you to go to their website to pay or review your account. So, this should not be a surprise that a company is managing more than 100,000 websites. Let me take our initial estimate that we can create one website in a day and plug in the numbers in the chart and share it with you. By looking at this chart, one developer can complete this task in 100,000 days, or 14,285 weeks, or 3,333 months, or 273 years. 1,000 developers can complete this task in approximately 3 months. However, this would be very expensive and costly. SharePoint can do all that in 2 months. Now, you may have a better idea of why SharePoint is the best option to create websites and how SharePoint is saving time, effort, and money. By the way, we can automate the website creation process in SharePoint by using PowerShell. So no one is required to sit in front of a computer 24 hours a day to create websites, as I did in my demo. We will learn and work on PowerShell script as well in later in this course. Let us go back to our newly created websites and see what else we can do with that. We can upload data or content to the newly created websites. We have SOP, Standard Operating Procedure, Software Installation Document, Annual Revenue Report, Employee Handbook, New Employee Orientation, All Hands Meeting, Employee Contact List, Video Message from President, Share Knowledge to Coworkers, Award Ceremony Pictures. This is the list of content and content type. So Employee Handbook is a document, Employee Contact is a spreadsheet, New Employee Orientation is a PowerPoint slide, President Message is a video or multimedia, Annual Revenue Report is a spreadsheet, Software Installation Guide is a document, Share Knowledge is a blog, Award Ceremony Picture, image, All Hands Meeting is PowerPoint. SOP or Standard Operating Procedure is a document. So this is how we're gonna structure and or how we're gonna upload our content or data on the SharePoint websites. So now I will upload the content to the relative sites from my local drive. Here is the list of content. I have employee handbook, I have employee contact, I have new employee orientation, that will go to human resources. Some documents will go to the executive side. Some documents will go to the finance side. Some documents will go to the administration side. Here is my local drive where all my documents are here. So I'll start right now. I will open the admin side from the subsites list, and you can see this is very easy. Click on the documents on the left quick launch bar, and I will just open this administration page, and I will highlight these and drag over here. In next few seconds, documents will be downloaded or transferred to the admin site. The next is award ceremony pictures. Here you go. Control all, and they will go over here too. Drag and drop. Now I will go to the employee orientation, which belongs to human resources. So I will click on human resources over here, and I'll click on the documents. There you go. All my employee related documents are in the human resources folder. I will repeat the same function. I will drag and drop these files over here. Now the files are transferred from a local drive to the human resources documents on the SharePoint site. Let's go to the next one, which is information technology. I have software installation document. So I will click on the information technology link at the top. Click on documents on the left navigation bar. Drag and drop this over here. There you go. The document has been transferred. Let's go to the next one. Multimedia. I have president messages. So I will go back to the executive area here. I will actually multimedia I want to keep on the admin site. So I will go back to the admin site. I will click on documents. I will move those documents to multimedia files to here. Let me do it again. There you go. There you go. Present message have been moved from my local drive to the admin documents area. Let's go to the next one. What's next? I have reports for finance. So I'll click on the finance. Under documents. There you go. I will drag and drop financial reports to the document area, and that document has been transferred from one local drive to the SharePoint. I have a few more documents, but I think that's enough for now. You have just seen that SharePoint provides you a platform to create a website that can keep all your data or content on it. Built-in features and functions in SharePoint can help you manage and organize the content. Content management or organization of the content is an essential part of websites. Let me give you an example of how important content management is. Think about our newly created sites for American Global Corporation. The website has many sections, including admin, executive, human resources, information technology, and finance. What an employee of the corporation will do if he wants to download HR related forms. Obviously, he will look for the tab of the Human Resources section on the home page, click the tab, and the next site will display the Human Resources site. This is how the site was built. Now, my question is, what if he clicks on Human Resources section link on the home page and the Finance section opens instead? This is unacceptable for employee and the management of the corporation. So is there someone behind the SharePoint who makes sure that the right link opens for the right section? The content organizer tool inside the website is responsible for this critical function. The built-in content organizer tool inside the SharePoint plays a vital and critical role. Now we have uploaded the documents, our PowerPoint slide, Excel sheets onto SharePoint. And now we would like to share them with our team members. Yes, we can share our work with our team member by using built-in feature in SharePoint. This is how we can avoid emailing the same documents to our team members. Also, we don't have to upload and download the large files on the network drive. Just upload the documents on the website as we did and share it with our team member. Moreover, we can even control the permissions of our content so that we can decide who can see and who can't see our documents. Some of the content goes for super control, such as record centers, where only a few people could have access. Let's talk about the search. Users can search content within SharePoint, and SharePoint provides very refined search results. And the search results are permission based. If you have permission, then you can see the document. If you don't have permission to view the document, it wouldn't be a part of the search result. To be clear, no one gets access to the content when they aren't allowed access. Before I let you drive, let's review quickly what SharePoint can do for us. SharePoint create websites, allow users to share the content among the team members. SharePoint provide content management by controlled permissions. SharePoint provides search engine. SharePoint can do a lot more than that, and we will learn this in our training course offered by SharePoint.academy. I will highly encourage you to visit the SharePoint.academy and review the training agenda.
This is the end of our introduction to SharePoint training video. Please subscribe to my channel SharePoint Academy on YouTube. Also, please visit and register to SharePoint.academy for free training, projects, and updates about SharePoint. Thank you for watching the video.